Hi guys! So, don't mind my crazy look over here because I just came from class. I fed myself because I was starving and I needed to eat. And don't mind I still have makeup from last night. So anyway, don't pay attention to that. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys. I went to the outlet and sorry if I'm like a little crooked because you guys are literally resting on my bed. Anyway, I went to the outlet and of course, you know, like you got to grab whatever's out there in the outlet, right? I got this shirt because I love the colors. I mean, it's like so pretty. Swim instructor. And anyway, it was a size extra large, which obviously for me, it's a little bit big, but I couldn't resist and I had to buy it. It was a halter top, and I started cutting it, but anyway, it was a halter top. Let me see if you can see there, and then the back, well, I cut it down the middle, but you get the gist, right? It was a nice little halter top. Anyway, so what happens when shirts are big? You cut them, make them tighter. And if they're short, and if they're small, not short, if they're small, you cut them, don't tie them. You make them looser if you cut them. But anyway, just wanted to share with you guys what I was doing here. And again, don't mind this because this was a last minute improv that I decided to show you how I was gonna cut this shirt. Anyway, I had folded it down the middle and I don't know how I'm going to be able to get the angle correctly. So let's see if I could do this. Oh, so much better. Okay, all right. No, this way. And don't mind, oh no, this way. Anyway, okay, all right, so I got the seams together right over here. And don't mind this, I should cut it, right? But so I have like this like OCD thing that I don't take out any tags until I wear them for some reason. Anyway, I thought I had put it down the middle and I thought that I had cut it down the middle, but if you see, this side is a little shorter than this side, and that happens. It's not a big deal. What I will do just to actually make it a little smaller, and that'll actually work for me, is that I'm actually gonna cut it pretty much to the same length as here. And so we cut and cut. And what I always say when you cut shirts, listen, you're always gonna mess up your first few ones, and that's okay. Use old shirts that you don't want to mess up. But apart from that, your scissors are the most important things. They have to be really sharp. All right, so this is probably like the easiest halter tops when you cut shirts. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut little slashes down the shirt. And I'm gonna see how long it is on me because it might be a little bit long, so I might have to trim the bottom part. But I will see how that works after the fact. Because once you cut, you can't put it back. So don't cut unless you're like really sure of how short you want it. Remember also that if you cut the bottom parts of your shirt, they will always tend to roll up. So they will always be shorter than what you actually want them. Just keep that in mind. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna make these actually pretty thick. And let's see, so usually what I do is I make slashes, right? And with the slashes, I usually tend to make them a little thinner, maybe about 1/2 inch thin. These are like about 1.25 inches, I wanna say, or 1.5 inches. And the reason why I did it is just because I kind of wanted that style in this one. But you know what, when you cut your shirts, you do you, and whatever feels right for you is what feels right for you, and period. All right, so this is like the easiest thing ever, right? I will try to see, I've done videos already of how to do halter tops and how to do the weaving, but I think I'm gonna start posting them on my YouTube channel, although I kind of look really awkward, but that's okay. So anyway, you can pull these, and when you pull them, they kind of like roll up a little bit. But they look really cute. And I am going to tie them. I'm gonna see how it looks, and then I will show you the aftermath. So this is the shirt now. It is much tighter. If you can see the back, you will see the little slashes that we created. But again, because it was a extra large, it was like 2 sizes or 3 sizes bigger, you could see that it's pretty big here. And if I pull it all the way down, excuse me, it's a little too low for me. So what I will do is I'm going to take it out. I'm going to cut it from here, all right, just to make it a little tighter. And I'm actually going to cut the seams here a little bit because I find that it's like, it looks a little awkward. So let me go ahead, take that off and put my shirt back on so that way I'm decent and show you again. Like I said, I'm just going to cut it here down the middle. Now I have it pretty much even, right? So again, I'm going to try to get these seams to match up. So that way, when I cut this part, it still kind of, you know, like matches. So I'm going to cut it down here. And this is where I will tie it. So it's no biggie if we cut, you know, if we cut that part of the seam. And then down here, I don't know if you guys can see, where's the camera? Right there. You see this seam here? This is the one that I'm going to try to cut. And when it meets down here, that's where I'm going to stop. All right. So, big thing that I say when you cut your shirts, you want nice, even clips, I guess. You don't want to go like this because that's where you get the jagged ends, and we don't want those. So the longer you make these like cuts, the better. So here's when I'm approaching the seam, and so literally what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and go up. It might look a little weird, but I just want to keep that seam. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to cut it all the way through. So I'm just untying the knot, and I'll cut it all the way through. So just try to get it as even as possible, if that's possible. That's why, as possible, if it's possible. And here I go all the way down. Just because I feel like it'll actually like look better. And don't worry, your shirt will still last for a while. And I'm trying to cut this part. Here we go. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna tie it up, and then I will show you again the end. Voila! Finished product. I ended up cutting a little bit more down here, just because when I cut, I guess I didn't cut enough. So now I actually feel like it's a halter top. So I cut pretty much the collar of this one, and then I didn't cut the bottom. I left it as is, because remember, like I said, when you cut the bottom seam, it always tends to roll up, and I kind of not a big fan of that, unless that's the, you know, the look you're going for. And then what I did is that, again, we just tied it in the back. Easy peasy. So this one was pretty easy just because it was a halter and it was just oversized. So literally, again, like I said, what I did is I just cut it down the middle, cut the slashes, and then just tie the knots, and voila. Oh, and then I cut the here because it was just a little too low for me. And because I cut it, you see, that's the other thing. Because I cut it on the top to create the knot, I was able to lift it up higher, which made the shirt pretty much fit at the right spot. So there you go. Anyway, see you guys soon. Bye.